I am so glad you joined me today. I did what you told me, girlfriends. I'm going to give you my video and my treatment on gorgeous hands and feet, what I do and how I do it step by step. So stay tuned. You're going to absolutely love it. Before I get started, I want to tell all my new people visiting with me today, hello, hello. Please come join me. Join my tribe. Scroll on down and hit that subscribe button. And see that little bell next to it? Go ahead and hit that bell. It'll be notifying you of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much, and I'll love to have you. Okay, so on with the show, girlfriends. What I'm going to do today is show you my step-by-step routine. We're going to start with the hands first. And I'm going to show you the regimen that I go through at least 3 to 4 days a week. I do this in the evening time, okay? And then the rest of the time I get my nails done every other week. So they kind of take over from there using a very similar routine that I use at home anyway, okay? Now let's start off by saying, before you tackle your hands, you've got to think about your cuticles. This is really major important. Before I show you the routine, I do not scrub or use anything around my cuticles. Since I do get my nails done every other week, if there is any type of little hangnail or anything, they can just take their nippers and just kind of, you know, clip it off. The way my eyes are, I'm not going to tackle my own or I'll be losing fingers, if you know what I mean, okay? So, the main thing is that you want to keep your cuticles lotioned down all the time, or a nice oil, okay? And, you know, nip off any little dry skin. That is the first thing. Alright, the second thing is, let me take off all my jewelry, because I'm going to need bare hands here. Alright, and the first thing that I want to tell you about is, excuse the bruises I have on my hands. We all know I'm on blood thinner, so you can just look at me or press on me and bingo, I've got a bruise that lasts forever. Okay, first thing we're going to start with is preparing my hands. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday evenings, and on Sunday evenings as well. And as you well know, these are my retin-A nights as well, so I take care of my hands. First thing I do is I take my dry brush. Always, always, always. I showed this in a video several years back when I did a hand video as well. But the dry brush is the key to my hands, okay? Now the first thing I do is I brush the sides of my hands just like that. Now you want to brush going towards the heart, alright? I brush my hands just like this. I get all my fingers even as close to my cuticle, but not my cuticles. And then your thumb, I turn it on the other side and I brush my fingers, you know, going down, and I brush around my arm as well, almost to the elbow, okay? And I brush towards the heart. Now, I do also get in between my fingers, okay? I brush this way as well, because I don't want any dry skin between my fingers as well, alright? And I do this with both hands, alright? I do the same thing on this hand, okay? I'm going to dry brush my hand. And the reason I dry brush is because if you have any crepey or loose skin hanging or dry skin, this is going to get rid of it, okay? This is going to get rid of it. And as you well know, I'm a fool about dry brushing. I've done videos on this before and told you I'm a firm believer in this, and I do dry brush all the time, almost every day. Alright, so I've dry brushed my hands. Actually, they feel pretty good, kind of smooth. Okay, looking good, mama. Now, the next thing that I do, and I'm going to give you lots of different options, but the next thing that I primarily do is I use grape seed oil. Now, my very favorite, and you guys know this, is Gerlinde's Naturals Grapeseed and Marigold Beauty Oil. I've been using this for 100 years. Well, maybe not 100, but you know, get the picture. And I swear by this. This will go deeper into the skin than a lot of your other oils. And for my hands, I want something to go through the surface and down under, because our hands is where we really show major age, okay? That and our neck, oh my God. And then, of course, our eyes after that. So I like grapeseed oil. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to squirt a bunch of this oil in my hands. I love grapeseed oil. Now I'm going to take it, rub it all over, lace my fingers together, rub it there. I'm going to rub it all over the top. Let me get just a little bit more here, because I like to have a thick coat of this oil. But in the meantime, I want it to rub all over the surface of my hands and under my hands and between my fingers as well. And I generally go up my arms up to the elbows. Alright, I go between my fingers like yay. Now I go around my cuticles with this oil. Rub that. Boy, my hands are soaking this up, girlfriends. You can tell it's time for another treatment here. So it's a good thing I'm doing this. And I rub this all around my cuticles. Alright, ooh, isn't that nice? I love that. Then I take what we call the Gerlinde Nourishing Face Balm. Well, let me tell you, girlfriends, this is so fantastic. Let me tell you what it has in it, and you'll know why I use it. Alright, on this facial balm, I use this for a lot of things. It's got the seed butter, it's got persea, it's got, what is it, gratacema oil, it's got, I mean, we can go down the line, every kind of oil you can imagine, kernel oil, prunus, I mean, camellia, oh my gosh. It's got every kind of oil in the world. And let me explain to you, and I've shown you this before, lots of times. I stick my finger in, get like yay, and I rub it, and look how it liquefies into this gorgeous, gorgeous oil. Oh, yes, yes, gorgeous. Thanks to Gerlinde Naturals. All right, but back to the story. I do the same thing. I go around here, so I have this luscious balm, and I have my grapeseed oil all over it. Go around your wrists, go up your arms to your elbows. I mean, I cover every nook and cranny, girlfriends, okay? All right, now that I've got them so ooey gooey, luscious, and yummy, I also, believe it or not, take some vitamin E. And I know you're saying, well, Sharon, vitamin E is probably in olive. Well, yeah, but I'm going to do it anyway, okay? Now, hang on, let me open it. Because, of course, I've got a new tube here like usual. Because I go through this stuff like crazy, but it's very inexpensive. It's just the smooth vitamin E. And I also take that because it's so great for your skin. Okay, so I squirt a little vitamin E on the palm of my hand like yay. And I rub it together. Ooh, and a gooey yummy. Okay, I rub this all on my hands again, up my arms and my elbows. Okay, now you say, wow, Sharon, that looks yummy. That looks great. Now what do you do? Well, let me tell you what I do. Now I'm going to pull out my night care gloves. Okay, these are white and they're very thin. And I get them on Amazon. I'll have that listed down below. I may already be in my store. And they're soft white cotton gloves. And I take these gloves and I put them on. Now I'm going to sleep in these gloves. Yes, they're so thin it doesn't bother me. Any other time I probably get claustrophobia or get hot. Because you know we all get hot at our age. I don't care if I'm past menopause or not. We still get hot. Because actually we stay hot most of the time. And then sometimes we stay really, really cold. Is that a geriatric speaking? Hello. So, Now I have treated my hands and my cuticles, and they're uber soft, and I go to bed like this. Because these don't make you hot, and because they're very thin, they keep every bit of oil and goodness and oils, the grapeseed oil, all of the camellia oil, everything you've got, they keep you right in here. And it's been sealed with the vitamin E, so I'm going to go to sleep. Now, when I wake up in the morning, obviously it has not worn through the gloves, so that's the beautiful part about this regime. It's not going to be gooey all over you or your bed. So I take them off in the morning. Are y'all enjoying this so far? Mm-hmm. Give me a big thumbs up if you like this, okay? All right, now moving right along. And take the gloves off, and voila. Now you say, well, Sharon, do you use a hand cream in the daytime? Ho, 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 absolutely. Now, I cream my hands twice a day. Usually in the mornings after I get my makeup on and I'm ready to go to work and blah, 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 you know, start my day. And then later in the afternoon, sometime in the evening. And the only hand cream I use in the whole world, and I will swear by it. I would sponsor it if I could. I would throw myself out on the balcony for this stuff, is Loccitane hand cream. Loccitane is a French product. You all have heard me go on and on and on about Loccitane before. This tube lasts me for months and months, forever. I never, ever use anything else. Why? The scent is gorgeous. It's all shea butter. It just leaves your hands just glowing. And I put a daub like this, rub it all over my hands. Oh my gosh, it's heaven. Your hands stay totally soft and gorgeous and radiant all day long. And I want, you know, do the same thing. I always take my hand creams and go around my cuticles because your manicure's not going to look pretty if your cuticles aren't pretty. And you don't want dry skin around the cuticles. And oh, heaven. And voila. And girlfriends, that's how I keep my hands looking good. And I promise you, the same thing will happen with you. There's not a lot of money invested in it. You can do it at home. Some of you have asked me, Sharon, is it possible to use something other than the dry brush? Well, certainly you can. The next thing that I would suggest to you, if you wanted to try something else, you've seen these little gloves that are kind of, you know, have a texture to them. You can run those up and down your hands and between your fingers on both hands with these little gloves. And they will exfoliate as well. You will be getting your dry skin off. So you can try these as well. You can get these in any of the little Korean stores. You can get them on Amazon, dirt cheap. I mean, they're cheap, 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 cheap. So are the little white gloves. Now, believe it or not, I rewash those white gloves all the time. I've got several pair, and I just throw them in, you know, with the rest of my white things, and sometimes my lingerie even, and they're nice. But I'm telling you, look at these hands, girls. That's what it's all about, the young-looking hands. Now, we have covered hands. I will have all of these products listed down below for you. Now let's go to the feet. Oh my gosh, feet are a huge problem for me, okay? And I'll tell you why. I'm a Texas girl. As soon as the weather gets warm, we throw on sandals, and we're barefoot half the time. I mean, I walk all around my house as barefoot as I can be all year round nearly. But I don't even go outside barefoot, you know, if I've got to, you know, walk Lady Tubington or whatever. I mean, it's just, you know, it's Texas. And we go around the pool, we're barefoot. We're just barefoot. That and slides, you know, any kind of thongs or sandals. We love our nice weather here. Okay, what we're going to do for the feet is very, very similar. I, too, get my feet done every other week, you know, when I go take care of my nails. So, you know, my technician takes care of all that. But same thing again, on my Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday nights, I take care of them to keep them as soft as I possibly can and looking good. Because if I'm going to run barefoot around, and if I'm going to do all this crazy stuff, I've got, you know, to get the crusty crust off the bottoms of my feet and keep it off, I've got to keep them soft to the touch. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want anything to crack or burn because it's going to hurt, it's going to bleed, and it's yucky. Okay, first things first during the week. On Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and the Sunday nights, I have an Amape. I love this Amape. All you do is you turn it on. Hang on. Hands are greasy. You hear that? Yes, and this goes like up and down your heels and sands them. This is like a sander. And this takes away a lot of the loose, dry skin on the sides of your feet and down on your heels. Now you're going to say, well, Sharon, I've tried one of these and it doesn't totally take all the dead skin off. It takes the dead skin off, but the crusty part, I'm going to show you how we're going to melt that baby off, okay, girlfriends? Because that is a majorly huge problem for me, and I know it could be for you. But I start with this, okay? The next thing that I do on nights like that, I make sure that I have gone ahead and rubbed some oil just around the cuticles of my toes, okay? I make sure I do that. Now, the next thing is a product, okay, that I'm going to talk to you about. But first you say, well, Sharon, are you going to scrub your feet? Oh, yes. I'm going to dry brush, or you can use your little, you know, scrubby loofah, you know, glove to take away all the dead skin with some mild cleanser. That is perfectly fine, all right? Then what I do is I put on a product called KERA-42 cream. Now this was prescribed to me from my podiatrist. They sell them now in a podiatrist's office. And we can get this online as well. The best of the best of the best. You know that heavy, crusty skin that you get around your heel? It's just like a nightmare to get rid of unless you, you know, scrape it with a little, looks like a cheese grater. You know what I'm talking about. Because they used to do that a lot in the salons. But it just keeps building up a thicker, crusty skin if you do that. So my podiatrist, when I went, sold me this product. I have never been sorry in my life. I've shown this before. This is a miracle. A total friggin' miracle. A tad pricey, but I'll list all that down below. This is a cream. It's medical strength formulation the doctor has. And it's great for people that are diabetics, I can tell you that. You can apply twice daily or as directed by your physician for best results. Apply it to any type of thick skin affected type areas after showering, just before bedtime. This stuff is dynamite. I mean, oh my gosh. I am ape squat crazy about this. There is nothing in the world that is magical as this. So, after I lather this all over my entire foot, after I get my cuticles doused with the oil, I then, and I mean I have slathered everything, I then turn around and I put on my moisturizing socks. These are moisturizing socks. Now let me explain to you. These are much like the gloves I just showed you. However, these, no product is lost in these, and they're real softy inside, almost like, you know, you've got something soft in there. And you wear these to bed. Now, believe it or not, it is that easy for the feet. Now, you can, you know, take care of your cuticles the way you want. Grapeseed oil around all the cuticles is fantastic. You can use any of the creams just like I did your hands. But the main thing is to get this product. I will list it down below. This is your holy grail for the feet, my ladies. Okay, I mean, it's instant. It's perfect. So I absolutely love this. And it's very, very powerful stuff. I mean, and when I say powerful, I mean it works through all of that, just make sure that your feet are exfoliated well like I showed you, that you take care of the cuticles and skin around your toes with your oil. You can even put your oil all over you if you want. I don't, because I go straight to this product because I want to make sure I get this full strength all over my feet and my heels and everything. Oh, it is heaven, because my feet are as soft as a baby's butt. And when I get out and start doing the barefoot thing this summer and all that, I'm going to be using this just every week. And I will try to have all these little the moisturizing socks and little gloves and everything listed down below. But my ladies, it is that easy. And remember, you still exfoliate your feet, whether you use your little scrubby gloves or you use your dry brush, and brush it up towards the heart level. These are the things that are going to keep you exfoliated, okay? Thank you so much for joining me. You all wanted this video, and I brought it to you. I love each and every one of you. I hope this works for you. If you have any questions, that's what the comment section's down below. Go ahead, girlfriends. Ask me anything. That's what I'm here for. I love each and every one of you. To all my new people that have joined me today, thank you so much. Mwah, 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 mwah. Love you, new subbies. And to each and every one of you, I want you to stay sassy, classy, confident, and give me a big thumbs up on this video.